Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Cliff, I know it's always hard to get a sense of how these things will translate, but just based off the, practices and preparation, how do you feel about the team's energy level and focus, heading into game one?
Well, I think the focus and the energy level has been terrific. Guys were good today. We got a lot done. And you can tell they're ready to play. I mean, it's good to have rest and have some time between games, but, guys are anxious to get started.
Josh Robbins, The Athletic.
Steve, we know how important and critical it is to keep the Bucks out of transition, even off of made baskets. But in the half court, how difficult is it to build a wall to prevent Giannis from getting into the paint?
Yeah, very difficult because it's got to be, whole body. He doesn't need much room to get to the basket. It's one of his exceptional qualities, of which he has many. So when you help with him, you gotta be there early. You got to put your whole body in front. And the other part of his greatness is his unselfish play. When you do help and you take away lanes, he moves the ball freely, and they have a lot of shooting on the floor. So still, I mean, you can't, if he's getting to the basket, then they get everything. So we're going to try to commit to that, which most teams do. And then we're just going to have that, the next effort, and get to our closeouts when he passes the ball.
Eric Wilson, 1070.
Coach, thanks for doing this. Speaking of the selfless play, can you just speak to Kem Birch, utilizing him during this playoff series?
Yeah, I think that's, Kim plays for his teammates. I mean, he's a great screener. He's got a good feel for how to play offense. And, we play with terrific pace when he's in the game. So, he's one of the guys that will probably defend Giannis from time to time. So Kim's a good player at both ends of the floor.
Mike Bianchi.
Yeah, Coach, a lot of people are saying this may be the most unpredictable playoffs maybe in a long, long time simply because of the situations. Do you agree with that? And does that give you guys more, more confidence maybe?
I definitely think it is. I mean, first of all, no home court advantage alone makes it a big difference. So, we don't have to win a game in Milwaukee, which would not be easy for any team to do. And then I think just the uniqueness of where we're at, the fact that guys aren't in normal, I would say, playoff rhythm individually, nor organizationally as a group. So I think it's a lot different. And there's definitely, I'd be surprised if there weren't, one or two upsets in the first round.
Philip Rossman-Reich.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, you had some work to do once you got inside the campus to clinch that playoff spot. But how much has the anticipation been for this group, for this team to get to this point and to be in this position where they're ready? And how much has that kind of anticipation helped sharpen the focus?
Well, I think that, the goal, the thing that we talked about the first night, our opening meeting, was to be a playoff team and to be playing in a manner where we could be a factor. And so far, we've accomplished that goal. These late season injuries here, I can't lie, have not from an attitudinal or effort or general approach. We're just not 100% yet. We're getting closer, but definitely the injuries, have hurt us in that regard a little bit. But I love the guys' attitude, and I think we'll be ready to play well tomorrow.
Roy Perry, Orlando Sentinel.
Steve, obviously, the regular season meetings have took place a little while ago. The first game, you guys got off to a really good start against them. How important is it to get off to a good start against this team? And not trying to give away too much, but how much will you maybe try to utilize, Vooch early on in the game, because he seems to be, in really good rhythm, and you use him, quite a bit anyway?
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, again, you guys have heard me say this before. If you look at the numbers over the years, when people say, you know, the NBA is a fourth quarter league, they have no idea what they're talking about. And some years, the first quarter is the most important quarter. I think last year was the third quarter was really the telling quarter more than any other. So playing from ahead in this league is always important. And I think especially in a playoff game against a great team, getting off to a good start is critical. The one thing you don't want to have to do against a team that can score as quickly as they can is to get behind, you know, to play from behind for 48 minutes. You just put so much pressure on every possession.
Okay, we have time for one or two more questions. Let's go to Josh Cohen.
Hey, Cliff, what was AG able to do today, and what are his chances of playing tomorrow?
I mean, he participated. We didn't do any contact today, and you know, we'll just see how he feels. He's feeling better. You know, he's not 100% yet, so you know, I don't think we'll know until tomorrow, like right before the game.
And we'll wrap up with Jamie Say, Channel 6.
Steve, usually in a playoff atmosphere, the crowds help with the intensity, adding to the intensity. How important is it for your team to bring its own intensity from start to finish, game to game, to match Milwaukee's?
No, I'm critical. I mean, we talked about that the first day. Is I think that when you play against great players or great teams, it starts with being excited about competing against them. You know, part of Giannis's, again, exceptionality is that he's all out on every dribble, every play. He takes no possessions off. And you've got to be willing or anxious or look forward to the challenge of playing against them, competing with them. And the same thing when you play a great team. You've got to look forward to that. And that's what I see. Forward to this. They've earned their way here. And again, I feel confident that we're going to play well.
Okay, thank you so much, Coach.